So I'm going to show you guys KFC. Yeah, that's fine. Tasty. They got the 11 herbs and spices. I'm going to roll with my NYC fried chicken, and it's got 12 herbs and spices. Of course, nobody knows the Colonel's real deal secret recipe, but according to the internet, who knows, they actually batter their chicken with egg whites, so I did take that tip from the Colonel. I have 6 egg whites for 12 pieces of chicken. My favorite restaurant in Montreal, which I go to often because I live so far upstate when I go home, sometimes my hubby and I, or my mom, or last time my sis came too, we pop up and go to my favorite place called Le Bremner in Old Montreal. And they serve their fried chicken. Oh, it's a thing of beauty. Boneless, so you can just eat and eat and eat, not have to deal with the bones. So what I did was I took 6 pieces of chicken thigh and 6 small pieces of bone-in skin-on chicken breast. Use a small paring knife, a little sharp knife, and just cut that bone away, but leave the skin on because it's tasty. For the batter, I started with 2 cups of AP flour, just straight up normal flour. I added 2 tablespoons of good quality kosher salt. You're also gonna finish your chicken while it's still screaming hot like Carla did with her tempura, a little bit of flaky sea salt. In the, this is gonna be kind of a sweet and savory batter. Into our flour bowl, we're going to add a couple tablespoons of light brown sugar. If you don't like too much sweet, you go with 2. I prefer 3. I like the sweet and the savory of this dish, so I'm using 3. You're going to beat your egg whites until they're just frothy. And here are, lined up in order of amount that we're adding to our flour, are 12 herbs and spices. Number 1, paprika. Not smoked paprika, not hot paprika, just straight up sweet paprika. 1 tablespoon. All of these next group of spices and herbs are 1 teaspoon each. 1 teaspoon of chili powder, 1 teaspoon of oregano or marjoram and thyme, teaspoon each of garlic and onion, teaspoon of dry mustard powder, teaspoon of black pepper, and then we're going to go down a notch to the half teaspoons. Half teaspoon of celery salt, that's magic in here. Great in fried chicken, and always, always put it in your Bloody Marys. And then half a teaspoon of ground sage. Sage can kind of overpower, that's why I dialed him back a little bit. Half a teaspoon allspice. And then a 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg. That's how we're rolling. Then you mix that together, and that's some sass. That's some 12 herb and spice goodness. I love the cheap and cheerful. Get them right down to the hardware store or your superstores. Cheap and cheerful, these easy to clean tabletop fryers. They don't stink up the house. It comes with a built-in thermometer. It always reads the oil to the same temperature. Keeps it at a constant 365, which is what I like to fry my chicken at. So I would suggest doing no more than 2 chicken breasts at a time in here because you don't want to crowd the basket and you don't want the chicken pieces to float together as they're frying. I do the chicken breasts together because they have the same cooking time. Chicken thighs are a little bit smaller. I'm going to cook them in 2 batches of 3 each, 12 pieces total, so that they all have an even cooking time. Your dark meat, the thighs, they're gonna cook in about 6 to 8 minutes. The white meat, the breast, it's a little bit bigger, they're gonna cook in 8 to 10 minutes. They may go a couple minutes longer. You want your chicken, of course, to be 165 on an instant read thermometer when you take it out. Then we're gonna put it on the rack, keep it warm in a hot oven, sprinkle it with a little sea salt. And the way we serve fried chicken in my house is a little hot sauce. And then I told you I like the sweet and the savory, especially with the fried chicken. So we do hot sauce. Then we do a fat drizzle of warm honey. Yes.